Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Fruits Basket Remake Episode 2. So, last episode, we were introduced to our main character, Toru. Um, we first see her coming out of a tent in the middle of side of a cliff, basically, in a wooded area. When I first saw that, I thought she was just homeless. Technically, right now, she is homeless, but she's not 100% homeless because right now she lives with her grandfather, but their house is being renovated. So instead of staying with some people, her friends, one of them lives in a small apartment and the other one has like 5 siblings, so not really any space. She just decided to move into a tent until the renovations are complete. But yeah, she's staying on this one family's land, the Somas. They didn't even know that she was there, and she didn't even realize that it was their land. She just found a spot and started camping there. But as she's going to school one day, she sees their house and just goes over to check it out. And notices some like zodiac figurines, like from the Chinese zodiac, and she starts looking at them. And one of the guys comes out and just starts talking to her, and she's apologizing because technically she's trespassing on these people's property, but he was fine with it. It wasn't like she was destroying anything. So yeah, he starts talking to her, and then this other guy comes out. Someone that she knows because he's in her class. I think his name's Yuki. Yeah. He's in the same school as her. I don't know if he's necessarily in her class. I know he was in one of her classes, the home ec class, cooking and all that. She did get into a lot of trouble when she got to the school. Not by like any teachers or anything like that, but by Yuki's fan club, who did not appreciate that she walked to school with him. And were really, I think, getting ready to beat her up or something. Until her 2 friends showed up and helped her out. And then they ran off. And we find out basically that she's got a part-time job. I forget where she's working, but she like does the sweeping and cleaning and all that. It's some kind of factory, I believe, or like a bakery or something like that. But yeah, she's basically trying to take care of herself. She doesn't want to really bother anybody else with her issues and stuff like that. So she's trying to make sure that she can get her own money, that she has her own place to stay, which is the tent, which is pretty full. The only thing in there that she really cares about, though, is her mother's photo, who passed away when she was younger. It's why she's living with her grandfather. Then, as she's walking home from work, the 2 Soma guys end up seeing her walking into the woods all hunched over because she's super tired and exhausted. So they decide to follow her because they remembered her saying that she was staying somewhere nearby. So seeing as how there are no other properties on their land, they thought maybe we should see where she's going. So they do, and they find the tent. And as she's getting out to go and, I guess, wash herself, because she had a little towel with her, they're standing outside the tent. And the one guy, the one she was first talking to, I think his name's Shigure. I looked up the names, so I don't know. Hopefully it's right. But he started laughing at her because she was living in a tent. And the other guy, well, he wasn't laughing at her, but they ended up taking her to their place and talking, and that's when they found out why she's staying there. And he ends up hearing this wolf how. And then says, "Oh, part of the cliff just collapsed." And it collapsed on her tent. The only thing she was really trying to get out of the tent again was her mother's photo. It's the only thing she really has of her. So, yeah, she wants it. But Yuki told her, look, we're not getting to that photo tonight. Let's just go back to the house. You can stay the night. We'll come back in the morning and we'll dig out your tent and get your photo and whatever else you need. Then if she goes to sleep, he goes with a bunch of rats back to the tent and digs it out to get her photo and all of her stuff. So when she wakes up getting ready to get out there, he's just walking back with a bag and the photo. And that's when he tells her, you should just stay here with us until your renovations are complete. Staying in that tent is not safe. At least here you'll have, a roof over your head. You'll have meals and stuff like that. So, she just stay with us until everything is finished. She didn't want to trouble them, but they insisted, so they took her to her new room, where this other guy jumped in through the roof, like busted through her roof, to start a fight with Yuki. And as he's charging at him, she tries to run over to stop him, but ends up tripping and falling on him. And then there's a puff of smoke, and the next thing you know, he's a cat. The other guy returned. He was bringing some cleaning supplies because the room she's staying in had not been used for a while, so they needed to clean it. But he walks in and he sees what's going on. He's like, "Oh, okay." And Yuki walks over to him, and then she's getting up and she's starting to, apologize for something. And she trips again and falls on the both of them, and then they transform. The one dude, was it a Shigure? Transforms into a dog. And Yuki transforms into a rat. Man. And the look they had on their faces. I always notice how the facial expressions that characters have. So whenever I'm watching something, you always hear me go, "Look at his face." That's because I'm noticing how funny the expression they're giving is, or something angry or whatever. I'm always noticing facial expressions. But yeah. They did go in a little bit about the Chinese zodiac. When they were walking to school, I remember her bringing up the story about the cat, because it was left out of the zodiac, but they basically told the story about how the cat, all of the zodiac animals were invited to a banquet, and the rat tricked the cat into not going, telling him that it was not this coming up weekend or whatever, it was the next weekend. So all of them went to the banquet except for the cat, leaving him out of the zodiac. But Yuki sounded like it was just a pain being in the zodiac, so the cat got off lucky not getting in. Which explains why the cat dude was trying to fight Yuki. But yeah, they gave hints throughout the first episode about them being, zodiac animals. If I hadn't already known about that before, it probably would have been a surprise, but no. I had already known. But yeah, it was a good first episode. I'm looking forward to this one. So, we're going to get right into it now that I'm done with the explanation. Alright, so the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. Okay, and we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.